Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Got a couple different things of discussion here all about Ripple today. Some of these kind of lead into the same story, but just because the headlines are different, I just want to quickly touch on them. If you follow us, you know I've nearly perfected like a 5-minute or less video. Sometimes I get a little over, but I'm trying to keep them light and tight for you guys. Much love. And I do read a majority of the comments, and I appreciate you guys pointing out the little scammers and highlighting that as well. And when I do see those, I try to remove them. But okay, let's just dive into the article. Ripple's XRP price is a dangerous bull trap until this level is touched. The highlight of the article is basically saying the XRP price bouncing between 29 and 37, and it's a validation of the bearish trend is once it breaches above 48 cents. All right, now here we go into a pretty good conversation for the rest of the video. Exclusive former Ripple executives raised $6 million USD for NFT financing lending startup Super Mojo. Headline is enough in that because we're going to come back to it. So why Ripple invested in this buy now, pay later NFT platform? My buy now, pay later platform, of course, if you follow this channel long enough, you understand, is XRPayNet, built on the XRP ledger. And they are doing amazing things and growing very rapidly now, and it's very exciting to see. It was one of those things like I saw XRP back 0.006, XDC back at 0.006, and you know, I've discussed those, and people who got in saw that worth as I share every bit of my research, you know, here on the platform as well. But going into the article, Ripple invested in this buy now pay later NFT platform because in the NFT financing platform Super Mojo, according to a press release shared with Bitcoinst, the platform operates under innovative point of sale, the POS financing, aimed at making these digital assets more accessible for the next wave of users. And if you own a company and you have to do the retail side of aspect, you know, Square, Oracle, take your pick. I blanked out for a moment there, but it's pretty amazing. You know, I'm a big fan of Square personally, and I see, like, you know, you can use your Apple, you can, you know, use your phone. You're not even having to use your actual debit or credit card anymore. You can touch it, do the what do they call it, touchless, or you can insert it. Either which way, there's so much more technology coming out now, and I love, like, you know, even with your phone now, just everything is easy and accessible. I'm no fan of the chips. That's an everything for me. But either which way, moving forward, I do like the other technology, as I've been cashless since 1999. You know, the last time, I think I've mentioned that before, at least with some of you in private conversations who know me personally. But when I was living out in Los Angeles, you know, skateboarding, I did that for, you know, professionally for like 20 years. But you know, I would lose, like doing tricks, you're ollieing off stuff, jumping over gaps, throwing yourself off of, you know, just huge drops. In LA is a beautiful place for that. It's amazing. Even downtown, you know, around the library and in the park there's a huge gap. So either which way, enough of those. You're landing a couple times, you're going to slide out before you get it perfect on film. You know, we often film like all of our tricks, you know, for sponsors, endorsements, etc. But you get up and you go to get something to drink, go to get something to eat, and you have no money, because back then it was like cash only. You have change in dollar bills, and you go back and you find it somewhere in the grass where you fell, or maybe you don't find it all. So I was like, you know, I'm done with that. Back in 1999 and LA County, I was done with that. So I went to the bank and said, look, I want the debit cards, the credit cards, because that was a newer thing back then, as we're coming into the NFTs and all of the cryptocurrencies, digital assets are today. So for me, I saw the benefit of that. If I lost my card, I call the bank and I can get another card in 3 to 5 days, versus if I lost my cash USD dollar, it was gone forever. And, you know, hopefully all the times that I did lose money, hopefully, like, someone found it and it wasn't just lost permanently and made somebody's day. But the Super Mojo recently completed a seed round led by major players in the crypto industry such as BIH Digital, DRW Venture Capital, Intersection Growth Partners, and Neuberger Berman. The platform also saw participation from relevant names like Gemini, Arca, Arrington Capital, Circle Ventures, and Ripple. And Ripple, if you've noticed, we've shared a lot. They've been getting mentioned everywhere, especially with NFTs and getting more and more global recognition in the media the past few months, which is very exciting. To me, I feel like there's so much going on. It's like, I know you've seen the meme of two guys kind of digging in like the little diamond mine. One guy's like really close, and he just stops and turns around. He's walking the other way. The other guy's like halfway there, and he's just full of energy and ambition. He's just like digging away with this little pick, axe pick, the thing, whatever you call those, and he's nearing the end. So I feel like it's one of those moments where we're just exhausted, but we're so close. Everything around is saying like bullish, even though the media is saying bearish. It's just like we're all worn out, we're all exhausted. We know what's coming, and we know there's so much getting released in September and October, and then the ISO 20022 in November, for 6 months until April of 2023, as long as there are no more further delays. So I think it's going to be very exciting. I'm exhausted, of course, just like the rest of you. I'm also an investor, but again, I feel that we have to be so close because there are so many signs that are pointing out in that direction. And like they say, what is it, buy the news, sell the rumor. So the best time to invest is when there's blood on the streets, and this is probably one of the worst I've seen in my investment time with crypto. It's not the worst, but it's definitely one of those, and that's what makes me even more bullish. Also, too, guys, Ripple has been shortlisted for its CBDC solution in the G20 challenge, something we'd also mentioned before, and as we did earlier in the video, Ripple has been shortlisted in the G20 challenge. Out of 100 teams that participated, 21 teams have been shortlisted. The G20 challenge focused mainly on CBDCs. In yesterday's video, we actually showed you the list directly from the Bank for International Settlement, directly from the G20 challenge. And again, guys, I'm very bullish on Ripple and XRP. It has always been my favorite for such a long time, and I know a lot of people are upset that it's taking so long, but again, we have to look back and realize that even though we've been here for 5 years, 10 years, whatever your timeline is, it's still early for the rest of the world. It doesn't mean it's early for you. It just means you are that much further ahead of the times. But remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. And as always, before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. Much love, and we will catch you in the next one. Before we go, I do want to say thanks to you guys on Patreon as well. Much love.